One question we get asked a lot is what is the difference between a flowing adhesive and a no drip or a dripless adhesive? And basically it's as simple as the description is a regular adhesive that's flowing, when you squeeze out that adhesive, it will continue to run. A no drip or dripless adhesive, where you put that adhesive, is exactly where it's going to stay. So at Big Dog Adhesives, they make the SeamLock cartridge adhesives here. Their SeamLock Pro is going to be their no drip formula. So if you read it right on there, it says dripless color locked. So the SeamLock Pro is going to be the dripless, and the regular SeamLock is going to be the flowable. So there's really not a right or wrong here. Probably 95% of fabricators are going with the SeamLock Pro or the dripless formula. Just it makes it a lot easier for installations in homes. You're not going to make a mess. Now, if you do have a specialty application where maybe you're doing an inlay, or you actually need that adhesive to settle into the void that you are putting it into, you might want to look at the flowable. But like I say, probably 95% of our orders are the Pro version. Everybody likes the no drip formula because it's a lot easier to work with and way less mess. It also is less waste because the adhesive does not continue to run out the tip of the tip here, so you're getting a lot less waste. So I'll kind of show you a difference. I'll put the flowing adhesive up here. I'll put the no drip down here, and you guys can kind of see the difference between the sags. So first we'll do the flowing adhesive to get this out of here and purge it a little bit. All right, so I'll put a couple of flowings here. You can see as I'm putting it up, the adhesive is running down. And you can see it's got a just kind of sheets right down off the solid surface there. So when you're putting that down, it runs. And like I say, in some applications, you might want that. If you're doing an inlay, you might want it to settle right down into it. So there is the flowing adhesive, and here is the no drip adhesive. So I'll put out a couple here. Let me purge this. One thing I want to point out is both the flowing and the no drip come out of the gun with the same effort. So it's not like you're having to squeeze a lot harder to get the no drip out of the gun. They both come out with the same effort. As you can see, the no drip is staying right where I put the adhesive. Like I'll put a super heavy bead right here, and you can see it is not moving from where I put it. Put another one here. Put another nice, really heavy bead. Okay, so this is a pretty good visual demonstration between a flowing adhesive and how the adhesive will run, and a no drip. So the reason a lot of the fabricators really like the no drip is if you're pulling a deck seam in that customer's home and you put that seam, the adhesive down the line of that seam, by the time you're ready to pull that seam and you're getting it all put back together, a lot of the adhesive may have run out, right? And if the customer's got expensive cabinets, I mean, obviously you're putting paper towels down and you're protecting that cabinet, but the adhesive is running out of the place that you want it. When you put down the no drip, as you can see now, where you put that adhesive is right where it's going to stay. So you can put the adhesive right down that edge, come down one side, come down the other side to make sure you got good coverage and plenty of catalyst on both of those sides. Pull that seam and the adhesive stays right where you put it. Now, like I said, if you're doing an inlay, you might want a flowing adhesive. If you're doing an inlay and you're putting that adhesive in there to make an inlay, you want it to flow and settle into the inlay. One application where this really becomes important between the two is if you were pulling a vertical seam on like a wall and pulling panels together. If you use a flowing adhesive and you start putting your adhesive down the seam, by the time you get down on a long vertical run, half your adhesive is run down that seam. It is now pooling at the floor. This happens a lot when you're doing shower wall installations. The no drip is awesome for that application. You can put the no drip right down the vertical side of that seam, and it is going to stay right where you put it. So that way when you pull that seam together, the adhesive is right there, right where you want it, and there's no issues. So here's a good visual demonstration between the flowing adhesive and the no drip adhesive. Like I said, there's right and wrong applications for both of them. It just depends on what you're working on. But we say for a general overall adhesive for your average everyday fabrication, the no drip formula or the SeamLock Pro is the option that you're probably going to want to go with. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call, shoot us some emails. We love educating you guys and helping you get the best applications for what you guys are working on. Talk to you soon.